All right, welcome back. I'm super excited for this one. We're jumping straight back onto the Red X car. Unfortunately, that front frame is still out of spec, so we got to get to a frame shop. In order to do that, we got to start assembling the front subframe. Here we go. All right, here is the rear subframe, the front subframe, and all new hardware from Toyota, brand new hardware. And we have all of these fancy control arms from IKEA Formula. These things are highly adjustable. I did a video covering these a little bit already. So hopefully nothing is missing. If we have anything missing, I'll go ahead and get that ordered. But let's go ahead and get started on the rear subframe. For the rear subframe, when this was sandblasted and powder coated, they did tape off the threads at the end here. So I'm gonna go ahead and get that painted so we don't have any rust issues. All right, rear subframe. I have brand new bushings to go in. They are pretty separated, you can see here, and they have to go in there. So in order to close that separation, I just have a hose clamp going. So that's not the best way to do it, but it'll do. So I'll go ahead and get that in and then show you guys. All right, the scary part is now done for me, so we'll go ahead and start getting the control arms on. Cool. All right, check this out. Look at how good this subframe's coming out. Looking really good. Look at this one. Wow. Yeah, that looks so good. All right, anyway, I got the car out. I'm getting ready to use the rotisserie to lift it up off of the cart so we can get that cart out of the way and then get the subframes on and get it back on the wheels. I wanted to show you guys real quick the reason we're going to the frame shop. It wasn't obvious. Should be a little bit more obvious now. You can see this side of the rotisserie is lower than this side. That's because that frame rail is up so high. So I'll go ahead and get this on its wheels and we'll be ready to go to the frame shop. Cool. All right, how cool is that? The car is now sitting on its own wheels. The subframe looks really good inside there, all new and nice. But there's a few issues I want to show you before we get the car on the actual trailer. First issue is I was putting on the carrier bolts for the subframe. There's a big long bolt that goes through here that connects to the subframe underneath. Obviously, you can see it was causing some problems putting it on. I originally thought it was just the skin that they put on the shock tower here. And so I ground down the edge of this as much as I could before getting into the actual bolt itself. So I didn't want to go too far. And it still had issues getting that on. So I got this is my TRD strut tower bar. So this is from Toyota. So it should just drop right in, you would think. But obviously it does not. So the actual strut tower is too far that way. So I'm going to have to push it that way. I don't know the issues that'll happen from pushing it with all this custom paneling. And then on top of that, the fenders from the other shop noticed that the fenders weren't fitting because the upper rail is too high. So because that's too high, the core support was too high. So they decide to just cut away at the tab that sits right here. And that's for the fender to bolt to. So instead of fixing the issues, they just cut stuff away so it would half fit. They did that to both sides. So I'm recommending to the owner to get a new fender so we can put new fenders on, because that is just a joke to say, nah, just cut it away. Let's make it fit that way instead of fixing the problem. So yeah, interesting to say the least. All right, so because this is the Toyota bar and we can see we don't have that much to go on moving the shock tower, I'm just going to use a hydraulic ram or a porta power. I got these rubber blocks here. Hopefully that keeps things from getting damaged. There might be a little damage on this one just from pushing it. I don't know, we'll see how it goes. So I'm going to have to actually go past it, and then when you let go of the ram, it'll actually come back. So I'll just keep working at it until this fits in nice, and hopefully that's good. All right, that now fits pretty good. I put a giant dent in the freaking shock tower because of that, so I gotta fix that now. What a pain in the butt. And all of this stuff is just body filler everywhere. That's cracking all over here, so I gotta fix that too. Lucky me. All right, so time to fix my mistake, unfortunately. Yes, I make mistakes. I got the strut tower bar bolted in, so it shouldn't move in at all. I got the suspension out of the way here. I'm thinking I'm gonna try the air hammer. I don't think it's gonna be powerful enough to move that much metal because it's like 3 layers thick. So I'll start with the air hammer, see where we're going. If not, I have to start swinging. Okay, I did want to note that I also did take this out. It was hitting quite a bit still while coming out, even with it being grinded down already. So that'll be something I have to figure out after I fix the dent. Okay, so this is where I'm at now. This is a pretty goofy setup. I don't know if it's gonna work. I was not able to hammer that out with the big hammer because it's too thick and I'm not able to get like leverage in there, if that makes sense. So I got the hydraulic ram out again. I got a giant clamp on here. I got straps, hopefully holding it. I'm gonna try and push it out with the ram, see how this goes. Okay, so I realized that for you guys, this probably only took like 10 seconds, but for me, it's been quite a long time to get this out. I'm pretty tired, not gonna lie. It looks pretty good, it feels pretty good. It might need just a little bit more cleanup work, but compared to what it was for my mistake, I think that looks pretty good. So, cool. Okay, it's early Saturday morning. Just got the car out of the trailer and on a frame rack. Looking good. Here we go. Car is clamped down. We're going to start taking some measurements and then hook it up for some pulling. Okay, so here's how the setup works. Got a clamp there, got a pulley there, and then a big piston that pushes that chain. So, cool. Okay, so we pulled on this side a bit, working on this side a little bit more, trying to get everything right. Unfortunately, the tabs on the fenders are missing, and I tried getting a pair of OEM fenders, but wasn't able to get them. Hopefully we don't have to do this a third time, because that would really suck. Okay, so back from the frame shop here. We have a lot better fitment on this fender gap. Super happy with that. I'm waiting on an actual OEM fender still to weld up the radiator support, so I know exactly where I have to weld it for the tab that's supposed to go right here, unfortunately. So yeah, I think we will call it here for this video. All right, yeah, that'll do it. So hit me with that like button, guys. Comment down below what you think. I'm excited that we're back on this car, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.